guys, this is Perigaea Tarot. So I already started your reading and it's wonderful, and I'm just going to reiterate it. I had some technical difficulties, so let me just tell you what the universe has shown me already. So this came out in the pre-shuffle, or the first two cards that came out, and they came out together. What the universe was showing me is that you have a divine counterpart, someone that you are meant to be with, that the road towards each other has been rocky. You might have known this person or been involved in this person's life for several years at this point. And maybe this person was even somebody that you didn't think you would consider initially, but that essentially the two of you are being and have been getting prepared for each other. That the two of you needed to be made ready, maybe through personal improvement or through processing trauma. So yeah, it's really beautiful what the universe is showing me. So, and this came out after that, and what I feel like it is more than anything is the realization that both of you are being turned into different people, not completely different people, but being healed and prepared so that the two of you can be together. And that for one of you at least, if not both, there's an element of painful memories of holding on to, or perhaps not having recovered from past rejections, maybe from like a really painful rejection from an ex, is what I've been shown. And also you deserve better. So this is, so on one, I feel like this is saying it's kind of, both could be applied to either side, but it's almost like one person is healing from painful memories and the other person is trying to improve themselves to be a better person, maybe to heal from toxic tendencies or addiction or something like that. And then over here underneath the deck, what we had is something showing me that perhaps with a fire sign, that you had been involved and very bound by a past experience where you had been so hurt, you loved someone so much, but they were so toxic towards you, and that maybe they, even after you broke up and they broke your heart, they still sort of would reel you in and try to keep you interested and then break your heart again. But essentially what this person did to you, because you loved them so much, completely destroyed you. It destroyed you to the point where you could not pick up your, because we have lots of wands over here. We have the 7, the 8, and the 10 of wands all in reverse. And that to me just feels like someone who can't move, someone who can't defend themselves, someone who can't speak for themselves, someone who can't do it anymore. And the 2 of cups in the reverse as well, with the King of Wands in the reverse. So this is somebody who just is just completely exhausted and lacks all vitality. And also, this could be applying in a way to your person right now. Maybe they are in a place where they're trying to come out of toxicity, but what I really, and are feeling exhausted, but what I really sensed is that this was more about you, Virgo. And with the 3 of Swords in the reverse, this person absolutely destroyed you. And yet it's in the reverse. And this, what I feel like is being shown here, is you coming out of this place of deep heartbreak and betrayal and pain, and being able to open your heart again, genuinely open your heart. You know, like you could have been in a situation for the past several years or months that you've had offers, you've had options, and maybe you even tried to open up to these people, but you couldn't sincerely love them because maybe you weren't over your past person, or maybe you had not processed the pain of what they did to you. But I'm sensing that what's going on here is that this is someone fully coming into healing from what happened, and because of this, they're being fully prepared for this person who is their perfect match. I mean, obviously nobody's perfect, but you know what I mean? Like, this is 2 people who are just like so meant for each other and are going to make each other so happy. So what I saw here with the Page of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles is this is perhaps what I was talking about a second ago, how, you know, you might have had offers, people coming in wanting to date you, but you just never felt like you could really pitch your tent in their yard, you know, and really emotionally, even though you meant to be there. You meant to love them and you did the best that you could. It was like there just wasn't the ability to open up and genuinely love, because the person that you maybe you genuinely loved this person who broke your heart, an ex, for years, and you didn't fully release them until recently and get over it so that you could move on. And this is how much you loved that person. And with the Nine of Swords here in the reverse, with the Hangman in the reverse, this is delayed release of trauma. This is procrastinating, trying to stay in denial and to not have to face the reality of what this person made you feel, because it was so bad. It was so bad here with the Lovers in the reverse and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who just made you feel absolutely destroyed. You opened up to them and wanted real intimacy with them, and what happened is that they used that gift and they just destroyed you. And maybe they didn't fully realize it at the time, but they did. And I'm sensing that with the Three of Swords here, it's because of, a third party situation. With the Hermit here in the reverse and the Queen of Wands, what I felt I was being shown is that this third party dynamic, what it did is it drained you of all your confidence and all your strength, because, it's not about whether or not somebody can make you feel worthless. It's not about whether or not you have the fanciest haircut and the nicest nails or something. It's about how much you love someone. If you love someone and they act like they want someone else, it doesn't matter how much you might think you're better than that person. The fact that the person that you worship and adore, seems to want this other person is all that matters. So they could be someone that personally you'd never feel threatened by them, but the fact that your person is behaving that way causes that to just destroy you. And so what I'm seeing is that this is you, by this dynamic, being turned into this just gray, dried, sort of like absolutely decimated of all confidence, sort of really inside. Doesn't mean you turned and, you stopped taking care of yourself, but this is how you felt inside. And that while this other person was like made resplendent by what they were draining out of you, because they took it from you. They took that power and that self-worth from you. But here, with the Six of Swords, the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is you coming back into your own. And I'm also sensing that this is other people seeing it as well. This is you stepping back into your true self, your confidence, feeling like the person that you really are again, feeling full, feeling, and not trying to manufacture it or fake it, but just really feeling better. Because as I was saying in the last one, what happens when your heart is that broken is that you just become absolutely, like you're like an open wound. You're completely defenseless. And it's not that you're weak. It's that when you're that wounded, you just can't defend yourself against the snares and, and hooks of this world, of the people, even just people on the streets. A wound that unbearable. I hate to say it, but there are a lot of merciless and unkind people in this world who are just looking to take advantage of somebody else's vulnerability. And, so when you're that wounded, it was just unbearable for you. But this is you stepping back into your power, where you can actually walk down the street and feel like you're worth something and not feel like anyone in the world could just, destroy you, I guess. And this is people seeing it too. This is someone seeing what's happening. And this is, doubly that. So let's get back into our clarifiers. So, universe, what is this Two of Pentacles? Yeah, in the past you were so afraid of being rejected or you were just so unable to risk your heart. Because I think what it was is that you still loved this person. You hadn't let them go. And you were just in so much pain about it that you couldn't really invest in anything. But this is you coming out of that. You're being prepared for your person here. Yeah, you couldn't actually really try to love somebody. You just weren't in a place where you could. Yeah, you were bound in your mind as well, and probably feeling very defensive and angry. And just absolutely destroyed is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this was a very, very hard phase for you. It was a very, very rough time. Universe, what is this Nine of Swords in the reverse to the Hanged Man in the reverse? Yeah, you definitely, previously, you did not feel at all like you had any confidence. You felt, because that person, because you loved that person so much and they destroyed you in the way that they did, it made you feel so vulnerable, I would say in public too, just like everyone around you could harm you. You know, but this has been, this is you going through a transformation and purging this. You know, you're coming out of this space where you can't actually genuinely invest in someone out of fear that they might do the same thing to you as your ex did. Yeah, you've been out in the cold for a long time, not being able to, you know, really take the coin of your investment and place it with someone. With the Hierophant in the reverse, maybe, you know, you've tried to have some relationships, but nothing has really worked out. There could be a Taurus in the mix, also a Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, Sagittarius. All the signs are here. But yeah, this could have been you maybe not having faith in love, maybe just really being destroyed by what they did. Yeah. And I would say that you tried to make efforts to come out of it, but you hadn't processed it. And so it was fruitless. And I'm sensing you were in that pain for so long that you were just stuck there. You know, you were just stuck there. And with these cards I'm seeing under the deck, yeah, it was like you couldn't move forward. I would say that you've probably been having trouble manifesting. Yeah, you've been just focusing on being guarded. And I would say you've been fighting so long to defend yourself, you can't even do it anymore. But, you know, and here, yeah, very combative energy, lots of wands. But this is you coming out of that place of being blocked. You're coming out of the block. And I feel like what the real key to it here is the fact that in your heart, genuinely, you don't want this past person anymore. You've actually come to a place where your heart doesn't genuinely doesn't want that past person anymore. You might, you know, care about them or value them as a person, but you're not longing for them. You're not feeling like they are the answer for your heart's concerns. What is this Hermit? Is there anything else for the Lovers in the reverse to the Ten of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, you've been I'd say you've been very harsh, very defensive, very blocked. Maybe just focusing in a lot on work. And I would say you've just been in oh gosh, I would say you've not been in a happy place at all. But with the World card here, you're moving on. You're finally moving on. So universe, is there anything for this Hermit in the reverse to the Queen of Wands? Yeah, this person, I would say that this third party woman, or whoever it was, it could have been a male, exploited your vulnerabilities, that they saw, there's nothing wrong with having vulnerabilities, but you know, you know, that's a human trait. And frankly, to rise up into that place of having true divine love with someone and a real connection with someone, it's a process of finding the courage and the maturity to open up to what your heart really feels and be honest about what your heart really feels and finding a safe place for that with someone else. It's not a process of guardedness and trying to compete with people and being the biggest bully in the room. But this person, I'm sensing that this third party saw these vulnerabilities and this sensitivity in you, and they purposefully used it to drain the life out of you. This could have been someone too who was very like impressed by you, this other third party, and wanted your identity kind of, that they, you know, there are narcissistic abuse profiles that I need to write about this. I need to like write a book or an article about it or something. But there are narcissistic abuse profiles that are like two people who are narcissists who purposefully engage in romantic sabotage as a means of drawing narcissistic supply out of the people that they victimize together. And so this could have been both of them doing this to you on purpose. But I'm sensing that this could have been that this was somebody who, they knew that you were valuable, that you were high value, that you, all those things, and that they did this on purpose to hurt you. By treating you as if you're vulnerable, by exploiting your vulnerabilities. You know, because that's the thing, when we're trying to love someone, it's about opening up to that person. And this, if we're doing that, and then they are a narcissist who wants to play us and with another person, and they both want to do it for their own, you know, satisfaction, then, you know, whew, it's not going to be a good thing. So yeah, these people completely drained you. They drained you of your life force. They sabotaged you via your desire and your you know, very honest and good need for emotional intimacy and love. But here with the Judgment card, you are making a comeback. You're rising from the grave here. And I also feel that this is this person facing judgment and their karma, especially this third party. You know, this third party that purposefully hurts you, if that's your situation, Virgo. In a previous situation, if there was a third party who was purposefully trying to draw the interest of your person to hurt you and to play you, this person is seeing their folly, and they are gonna, I'm sensing that they are one of the people who will be witnessing this and being like, oh my gosh, what did I do? What is this? Is there anything else for this Queen of Wands in the reverse? But you are gaining your power back. A second ago, when I was shuffling through here, I saw the Queen of Wands in the upright, and I was seeing her as you. So this is you drawing back all that sparkle, you know, drawing back all that glamour, all that, you know, whatever, you know, and onto yourself, so that you reclaim your self-esteem from the situation, because that's what these people did. They took your power to hoard it for themselves. And it's like, with you truly releasing this ex, you're drawing that power back into yourself and rising back up into who you truly are. And yeah, you're rising back up into who you truly are. And it's going to be seen by people. That's, oh wow. Universe, I feel like I want to draw another card for you on this last. Universe, can you, what is the Six of Wands to the Page of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, this is there. People are seeing you rise from the dead, and with judgment as well. I really do feel that there are people who are facing judgment. Oh my gosh, there we have it, the Empress as well. So this is you rising up out of the ashes as the Empress, you know, as have super high value, having everything, being abundant. And what I was seeing is almost like this is you up here, and these are the people. Oh, maybe that's actually, no, maybe I don't see it that way. It was just the grayness and the deadness, sort of, you know, because these are supposed to be like dead people rising from the grave. But this is these people seeing you resplendent and restored. And not only that, but you did not deface yourself and degrade yourself and debase yourself with that kind of behavior the way that they did. And they're ashamed of themselves. And it's the people involved might have played it off like when maybe you might have tried to defend yourself to these people in the past, and they might have tried to play it off like, you're crazy, you know, what are you talking about? And this is them, all of them, knowing what they did, and knowing that everyone sees, knowing that you see. It's like judgment. It's like karma. It's like this gaze of judgment that sees what they did. They know, and they feel almost scared of you and ashamed. I would almost feel that there's a possibility of them feeling publicly afraid and ashamed for what they did, and afraid that, like, you know, they're going to lose their social standing. Like scared of you kind of thing. That's awesome. Good for you. That sounds like comeback, or that sounds like, yeah, you know, yeah. Oh my God, look at that. Yep. Yeah, this is people seeing you, the Empress, twice. This is people seeing you as the Empress, abundant, resplendent, beautiful, you know, beautiful outside and inside, abundant outside and inside. And this is someone who who was so empty that they had to purposefully harm other people to try and drain them of the life force that they were sharing with their partner, because they are empty inside, because they don't have the real self-esteem to genuinely try to love, to take a real risk to love somebody, they don't have the juice inside of them, the value inside of them to actually just love somebody on the basis of who they are and love that person and have it actually maintain a relationship. They needed to suck the life out of other people to make themselves seem more valid and more important and more enviable, and, you know, to use the attention, you know, and perceived envy created by that toxic dynamic of sucking the life out of you to make it appear, to create this mirage of value. And this is them seeing that you actually are the one with all the value. You have the internal value, you have the external value. And I'm also sensing that this person who did this to you, your partner in the past, your ex, sees you this way too, and they are full of regret. And that they are looking at their actions in the past and saying, what was I doing? What did I do? I ruined the best thing I've ever had. For what? And they're seeing this third party as like, just like sort of the empty vessel, and, you know, the very, very sneaky and toxic person that they were. And seeing that they poured, you know, this cup into someone that was just manipulating them. Yeah, I feel like this is them now perceiving. Maybe there was something that blocked them at the time. You could have been dealing with an Aries, definitely fire sign energy. You could have been what I'm sensing here is that maybe there could have been something that blocked them from seeing what was happening or what they were doing. And maybe you even tried to talk to them about it, and yet they wouldn't listen. But now they see it absolutely. And they are like, what did I do? I threw away this perfect empress for this empty, sort of, sorry to say, but bitchy Queen of Wands in the reverse. For what? Whew. So, universe, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Are there any other cards? I mean, I just feel like that is, yeah, same card again. So I think that that's pretty much it. Let's take one more. Well, how does this ex person feel towards my Virgos? Is there anything else to say about that? I almost just feel like that is enough. Yeah, I don't think that that's, I think that that's it. I think that that is like enough. That's amazing, guys. That's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. And, you know, I'm so happy for what's coming for you. This divine counterpart, this person who you're just going to be so happy with. All right, Virgo, that's your reading, and I hope that it serves you well. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.